The other day, I got interviewed by the one and only Gabriel Julié. In case you missed the live, I wanted to post it on YouTube so that you guys could get some value out of it. We talked about the future of online marketing, and with all that said, let's get into the video.
I'm going to introduce my guest really quickly. First time we are doing that on Zahana Asokan, 16 years old entrepreneur with Uncle G right here, Grant Cardone. She does the same thing I do, which is basically help businesses grow their presence and revenue with online marketing. And for me, to be honest, she's a great source of inspiration because I started at the same age that she did pretty much. And I see a lot of inspiration through that. That really helps me to see like, hey, people, even at a young age, some people really want to do great things. So I'm gonna stop the screen share for a minute to introduce you to our guest, Zahana. What's up, Zahana? You can
I'm
unmute
doing
yourself.
pretty
Yeah,
well. Yeah, I forgot that for a second.
that helps to hear you. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Hey, doing incredible. With new
Awesome.
things, when you commit first and get things coming up your way, that's a great lesson here. And that's actually going to be a great segue for the things I want to talk about with you, Zahana, which is, hey, you need to commit first and figure out the rest later. I didn't wait it for having everything perfectly dialed up and, hey, everything is working perfectly. But, hey, we still deliver some value. And that's actually something that's one of the things that truly inspires me most out of you, Zahana, is basically the fact that, hey, at such a young age, you are doing massive actions and going in the right directions. And you just have that thing of committing first. And then, like, numbers of times we discussed of, hey, I'm doing that thing, but you have no idea how to do it. And you still figure out a way to do that. And that's just a skill, a really incredible skill that not a lot of people are having.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I try to tell that a lot to the people that I know, like my friends or people on Instagram. I'm like, guys, you got to actually do it
Oh,
because
yeah.
you can get stuck in a cycle of constant, like never ending learning. Like, I need to know this, I need to know this, I need to know this. And then you're never ready.
Exactly. Because as you say, hey, people think they are never ready enough. They think, oh, I just need to learn that new thing. They figure out that, hey, I maybe need to learn that thing. And then if you are smart enough to figure out that, hey, man, you're never going to know it all. So don't try to do that because you're going to just waste a huge amount of time that you can be using to actually do the thing. And when you do the thing, that's actually when you learn it the most because you can learn the best processes. Everything that I ever learned, I always had to take it. And after applying it, I really figured out how it can really work well. So it always has to go back to actions, always.
100% agree.
Yeah, so I prepared a few questions for you a bit direct the conversation. So, hey, first question I got for you is why do you think the young generations have an edge on how to deliver results online? Because let's face it, we have an edge, right?
I think it's a big part because we grew up with it. And then we also know what it's like to fully experience the online sort of world as a consumer. So we sort of know what people are looking for and what younger people or the people that we're trying to target will look at social media or look at just online in general. But I think a big part of it is because we grew up with it and we're very accustomed to it.
Yeah, I see that. I see that as well. And that's a great question I got like recently. I don't know if you're into that thing or not. I'm extremely curious about that all new metaverse web 3.0 thing. I don't know, like did you like try to learn a bit about it?
I intend to. I don't know too much about it right now, but I think I should. And I think I should try and learn about it because I really do think it's going to be up and coming.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that was funny to me that I think may happen is that where we are pretty much born into that universe and we just figured out, as you told, how to use social media and how it can go into our daily routine. And our parents look at us like we are not natural with that. And I thought about that, and I was like, man, it's pretty much going to be the same thing with Web 3.0, that metaverse thing. I think a lot of us, our generation, are going to be totally lost on that. And our children's, the next generation, will just be in there like, hey, dad, mom, like, what the hell? It's simple. And we are going to be the guys that will try to figure it out. Don't you think?
I completely agree. I think that it's going to go like that for a long time. Because it's much easier to adapt to something when you're a kid because you're still learning. So I think that's a really big part of it. Like if you grow up with it, it's much easier to sort of understand and learn and grow with it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think that's going to be like a really funny situation to be in. To finally have the table turns. Now we are going to be the
We're going to be
ignorant
the
guys.
people that we called, how like we're like, oh, you're so old, you use Facebook. We're going to be those people.
We are going to be the boomers. Damn. Oh no. But the time is going to come, and maybe we're going to live long enough to have another big thing like that change our lives again. We don't know. But I'm excited about that.
Me too. I think there are big things coming, and I think it's going to be really, really good in terms of change and business.
Oh yeah, definitely in business. Now, how do you think it's going to apply? Do you have an idea? Maybe you have an idea on how it can change the business world? Because it basically, from what I'm understanding, it's a whole new creation of a new world where all the things are to right. Basically, let me show you guys how I understand it. This is, I give you a piece of blank paper. I give you that. I give you a pen, and I say, hey, write the new rules of how this new world will fundamentally work. So you can pretty much do whatever you want. And businesses, I think, can get their piece of that. What do you think how do you think in businesses, maybe if you have an idea, can take advantage of that opportunity that's coming?
I think it'll be like another social media platform almost, and another way to reach people, another way to target consumers. So I think they'll really use it and think about how they can manipulate sounds bad. Use the system to get more clients, get more customers, and reach more people.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I haven't learned too much about it, so that's generally what I think it's going to be like. But there may be other specifics that I have not looked into yet.
Hey, no problem. That's just like here we're just having a little discussion. So next question, damn, I got for you is, what do you see working at the moment, content-wise? Like I see you're doing a lot of TikToks, a lot of short video content, like. And as I told you in the last questions, we have an edge, we have an idea, a point of view of, hey, understanding what's working. Do you see anything specific working right now?
That's an interesting question, because I was thinking about that the other day, because I know that, like purely entertainment videos, like stuff that is funny, they usually do a lot better than just promotional videos. So I try and I did a little testing actually. I would post different things. And so I posted something that was like it wasn't related to business at all. It was just here it is. Hopefully it's funny. I don't know. So, but it did a lot better because people like that stuff more. So what I try and do is usually in my promotional videos, I try and inject a little bit of comedy or something that people who don't know business might find entertaining anyway. So I find that works a lot. So I get a decent amount of views on each platform. I use Facebook, Instagram. I post them on YouTube. Go follow those, by the way.
No problem, I will, for sure. I think I follow you on most, maybe not on YouTube, because I'm very selective of who I follow. But I'm going to give you one. No problem.
No. I'm talking to the people listening on the YouTube
Oh, yeah,
live,
definitely.
or the people listening to the real replays. Got to take any chance you can to promote.
Oh yeah, definitely. Go follow Hannah. That's maybe one of the things I should have been saying in the first place. But hey, definitely, and like entertainment is definitely something that you should do and that you should invest into your videos. Actually, one of the three things I think are working the best is entertainment is one of them. if you want to make content that's working, you have to make either three of those things: content that is entertaining, content that is informative, or content that is relatable. And
Yes,
sometimes
exactly.
you can mix a bit of those, you know what I mean? So maybe you can do a bit of information. People make terms like infotainment or something like that, but hey, the idea is like you give information, you teach about something, that maybe you do it in a funny way. Or maybe if you want to do something relatable, a great example is memes. Memes, like for example, targeted to a specific situations. Like for example, me, I go to the gym and I face a specific situation at the gym, and maybe I see a meme that represent that, and I'm like, hey, I understand that. That's relatable. That happens to me as well. And even it's maybe it can be entertaining, funny too. So that's a plus, you know. But definitely, making sure that your content is entertaining is a huge plus to making sure that people actually listen and watch your content.
Hmm. And I see a lot of that actually. I see, because I've met different business owners, especially at the Cardone conferences.
Yes.
So I can definitely see how some people are posting relatable content based on their niche and based on what they're doing. And then I can see people posting more informative content like you, right? So, and then people who sort of mix, right? And that
Yeah.
I'm trying to do sort of a mix because I've tried doing purely informative and that doesn't do as well. And but then I also want to promote my business and promote myself. So I try and I'm still figuring it out. It'll go fine.
Yeah, no problem. And always committing first and figuring out the rest later. That's actually the thing, because, and I talked about that in previous episode, which is you only know if it works if you test it enough. If you practice and you make enough content, you can then see, hey, that kind of content works. I'm going to do the thing like that. One of the things that I saw was working extremely well at this moment, and I had no idea how great it was. And I'm going to tell you to do that as well. I don't know if you're doing it, is YouTube Shorts. Guys, YouTube Shorts are the thing. I just took a video that I put a reel that I did on Instagram actually, and I posted it on YouTube Short because I was like, hey, I'm not posting there. You know what? Whatever. Let's post it there as well. And it got, usually, you know, I'm like having a small channel. I had 70 followers at the time, 70 followers, and I made like maybe 1-2 views per videos average before I was starting to post aggressively. I posted this video. In one day, I got 800 views. One day. 800 views and 4 subscribers, which is basically what I did in a year before that. So I was like, oh. And like just before this live, actually, I looked at it, I posted because I saw the kind of content that was working, you know, kind of motivational, inspirational kind of videos. I do the same thing because I go to the gym. I think I posted that, something I had on Instagram that was sitting as well. I was just like, hey, let's try this out on YouTube. First day, got nothing. And right now, I'm just getting notifications. I'm getting hundreds of views right now. Like,
That's interesting too, because I also post my TikToks and reels to YouTube Shorts, and I get like a few. It takes a bit. It takes like
yes,
24 hours ish, and then like you get like 1 or 2 in the first 24 hours, and then after that it's like 1,000,
yes, that
2,000.
exactly like me. Like I posted. I look a few hours later. I'm like, it's not gonna work that well. And then one day later, you wake up and you're like, oh, now it's working pretty good.
Now it's working. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, definitely try YouTube Shorts, guys. That's definitely. I always say to have, you know, set in stone processes that will always work. But if you can surf on the wave that's working at the moment, don't put your whole strategy on that. That's what I'm saying. But hey, if you can use those things when they are working, hey, I mean, I'm taking it. Like,
And you
you
get
know,
subscribers off of it too.
exactly.
Like I get leads, I get comments. It's a
Yeah,
win-win. If you're
definitely.
already posting, why not just add another platform?
Exactly. And so last little questions I got for you, because you're going to have to go to school right now because you're still in school. And what if you have one thing that you want to leave, one message, one tip, one thing that you want to leave the audience with, what would that be?
If you're thinking of starting, you should just start now, because in a month or so, I think this goes with everything that you want to do to improve your life too. Like you are like, oh, I want to start. I don't want to start. I want to start. And then a month later, you're like, why didn't I just start? Like, look how far I could have been if I had just started then. right? And it just, it's like a snowball effect. Like you just keep on, no, not right word. You just keep on doing it. And then eventually it's like a year or two, and you're like, oh, if I had started 2 years back, I would have been in huge places by now. So make today your starting point and just go from there, is what I want to say.
Definitely. Hey, when is the best time to plant a tree? It was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I really love the time that you spent, the value that we shared. And hey, I hope I see you soon and that the audience got some huge value out of that.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Have a great day.
You too.